Have you ever lost your motivation? Of course, we all have. That's why finding your why is so important, because our why is our motivation. It's something that we need to know and keep in front of us at all times to stay driven and determined.
Finding your why is simple. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? Why do I want to transform? The answers to these questions will be helpful in defining your why for you. This is something that should not be taken lightly, so take this seriously.
The decision to begin the journey of transformation, it's different for everyone. For some people, it's a health scare. When the doctor says you've got diabetes or the precursors for heart disease or high blood pressure. And for others, they might decide to transform for those around them, saying, I want to do this so I can be a better spouse or a better parent. And many say, I want to do this so I can look better and feel better about myself. Or maybe I want power and strength and stamina and to look more attractive and to feel desired and desirable.
Your why doesn't have to be dramatic, but it's got to come from a place of passion. You've got to want it more than you want anything else, and you have to be willing to make this a priority. You've got to make it a priority like you would an emergency or a crisis. If your why doesn't move you, then you won't have the drive to do what it takes to complete the journey. So the big question is, why do you want this more than anything else?
Now, if you haven't already, go to your profile and under settings, you can enter in your why. It'll show up right there on your dashboard, front and center, so that you will never forget. You've got what it takes. Now go get them.
To be successful on this journey, you must have a clear-cut picture of where you want to go and what you want your body to look and feel like.
And now is not the time to be vague. Now, we're naturally programmed to give these simple and nebulous answers like, I just want to be healthier, or I want to be fitter. Look, in transformation, these goals are a no-go. There's no way to measure them, so you never know if you're on target to hit them. In reality, we tend to make these unclear goals subconsciously, so that ultimately we aren't held accountable to any true commitment.
Not this time. Here at Transform, we make precision goals. We lock in on our target with something called a SMART goal, and we go after it with a laser-like focus. The SMART acronym stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-sensitive. Number one, specific. We want you to ask yourself this question: what exactly will I achieve? Chris and I want details. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And really, what does it sound like?
Next, it's got to be measurable. Whether it's pounds lost, inches lost, biometrics, clothing sizes, or performance times and weight lifted. You gotta be able to measure what you'll achieve to verify if it was achieved or not. It must be quantifiable.
Next, the goal must be attainable. A successful goal has to be reachable. It can't be too difficult or idealistic, or really, you're setting yourself up for failure from day one.
Relevant. A SMART goal must be important enough to you that you're gonna wanna make necessary sacrifices to actually achieve it. It's gotta be a major priority in your life to the point that it creates almost a sense of urgency.
And finally, your goal must be time sensitive. You've gotta have a time limit. Anchor in that time and never move it. There's gotta be a specific window of time in which you're gonna achieve your goal, or eventually, sometime, and next year will never happen. Your goal will not be completed until you put a hard date on it.
Now take a moment to write down in your journal your SMART goal. For example, I will lose 20 pounds in 60 days. Or maybe by next June 1st, I'll run an 8-minute mile. Or 6 months from today, I'll have 10% body fat, whatever it is.
Oh, and one final note before you declare your SMART goal. You see, our choice of words is extremely important here. We must leave no wiggle room for our goals to escape us. We never want to use the wording, I want, or I'll try. When you declare your goals, you must use the words, I will.
Now it's our job to get you to that goal day by day. We're in this together, so let's do it.